Hey guys, it's Wolf Wengler. So back in 1995, I was living outside of Santa Fe, New Mexico. My shop was 8,500 feet above sea level, and my work car was a 73 Plymouth Satellite. It was a six-pack car, and I used that car to deliver magazines. We were publishing a little magazine in Santa Fe, and I used that car to load magazines up and drive them up the valley to Taos. I had the car set up like a moonshine runner with air shocks in the back and stiffer torsion bars in the front. It could carry 1,500 pounds and it would still run 130 miles an hour. I had a friend who was a mechanic, and we both had summer cars. He had a convertible Oldsmobile, and I had this 914 Porsche that was slightly customized. And one day he called me and said that he had a customer in his shop with a 914 that had a blown transmission, and he wanted to know if I'd be interested in trading my 914 for something that he had. He had a bunch of cars around, and one of them was a 63 Pontiac Tempest that he had in the shed next to his garage, and I'd seen it a number of times. It was a little rough, but it was a New Mexico car. There wasn't much rust on it. So I said, sure, I'll trade you. Brought the car home on a slider truck one night in August, and started looking at it seriously when I got it back in my garage. I got an old big block and did a little trial fitting measurement, figured out with the oil pan on it how much room I had, and bolted a bell housing up to the old block. I got hold of a Richmond 5-speed and figured out the drivetrain for the car, fabbed up some plates for the floor, made a new tunnel for the transmission and the drive shaft, and I painted the shell. Painted the shell in the garage, and by that time I had one of the first Gen 6 502s from Scoggin Dickey, and I put that together with a set of Edelbrock Performo RPM heads, and I think I had a YN Stealth manifold on it at the time. Cut a cross member into the floor, worked out the rear suspension, put door bars in it to keep the convertible body from flexing too much, and I got an 8 3/4 Chrysler rear. I had a couple leftover center sections from my 73 Satellite, so I put an 8 3/4 Chrysler rear in the car and started it up and backed it out of the garage. Put the hood back on, messed around a little bit more with it, and I drove the car up to my friend Mike's garage, where we primed it and painted it. Not long after the car was painted, I mean within a month, it was on a slider truck and sent it down to Florida. I'd moved down to Port Charlotte, Florida. Here's the car at the airport in Port Charlotte, and cleaned it up a little bit more. I call this outstanding in the field. Car was good, but the camshaft at high altitude that I picked wasn't the right one for Florida.